I am at the GCC Financial Forum in Bahrain together with Professor Francis Fukuyama. Thank you very much for your time today.
Sure, thank you for having me.
Are you enjoying the conference?
Very much.
Excellent. So you came here claiming that we are living in extraordinary times for the traditional liberal order. What is at stake exactly?
Well, the liberal order was really the rules-based system by which people trade, invest, move from one country to another that I think has benefited the global economy tremendously over the past 70 years. And you're now seeing the rise of populist nationalism in Britain with the Brexit vote and in the United States with the election of Donald Trump. And particularly with the American election, it's very consequential because American power has been critical in creating this whole world that's made, I think, a lot of people quite wealthy. And that, I think, is under threat right now. We don't know the extent of the threat, but it could, we could have a trade war, we could have security problems because of, I think, the new president's attitude towards traditional alliances. So I think we'll just have to wait and see.
How do you explain the rising populism when the liberal order has brought up millions of people from poverty into the middle class?
Well, I think the problem is that the middle classes in established industrialized countries have not been doing well. So in the United States, we've had deindustrialization across the Midwest. That's why Hillary Clinton lost the election. Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin had all been traditional Democratic states. They voted for Trump.
But she didn't go.
Yeah, because I think these working class voters lost confidence in the Democratic Party.
Do you think that mentioning the states in particular, deindustrialization and also the upcoming new technologies have had an impact on this social crisis, and how?
Well, they've had a big impact. I think it's driven less by globalization and more by technology, actually. I mean, in Silicon Valley, where I live, they're busy developing the driverless car. I mean, fully automated cars. And if you think how many low-skilled jobs that's going to eliminate, it's really going to have a devastating impact. So this is what's been going on, I think, for the last couple of generations. And now it's we're seeing the political backlash to all of this.
Well, one of the talks is the fact that the liberal elite cannot dismiss as populist the Brexit and the Trump vote. Why is that?
Well, I think that the elites have really made a lot of mistakes. I think in the United States, they were responsible for the policies that made the financial crisis happen in 2008, which hurt a lot of ordinary Americans. It didn't hurt the big banks nearly as much. Similarly, I think there are a lot of mistaken policies in Europe having to do with the creation of the euro, with the Schengen system. And again, these are things that hurt ordinary people, but the elites really didn't pay a price for it.
Let's focus on your take on Europe. Can you have monetary union without fiscal unity?
Well, I think most economists would have said right from the beginning that that's not possible. I think Greece was taken in and a lot of other countries for largely political reasons, and I think the euro crisis was one of the outcomes of that decision.
And what about the Schengen side of things? What is the element that's really threatening you?
So the Schengen system is about free movement of people within the Schengen countries. But you really can't maintain that system if you don't have secure outer borders. And right now, Greece and Italy are the receiving countries for hundreds of thousands of refugees, not just from Syria, but from North Africa, from sub-Saharan Africa.
That's not a those countries meant to be left alone in dealing with the situation then?
Well, no, so they should not be. I think that's where Europe has failed, because I think both of those countries need a tremendous amount of help in dealing with that flood of people coming in.
What about the elements related to Brexit in particular? How do you think the whole situation is going to pan out? How can we expect to have a soft Brexit? Do you think pragmatism will emerge at one point?
Well, I don't know that we're going to have a soft Brexit. It seems to me Theresa May has indicated pretty clearly that they're going to get out one way or the other, and they're going to try to get the best deal. She's hoping that Donald Trump will save her by negotiating a separate U.S.-British, bilateral trade deal. I think that's hard. That's going to be very hard to do.
Would WTO standards would be enough, you think, for the UK to emerge?
That I'm not so sure of. I think that probably, Britain needs other types of guarantees, for maintaining its relationship, with Europe and with the United States.
So we discussed the US, we discussed Europe. I was
Mhm.
wondering for 2017, are you more concerned about the unruly behavior of North Korea or the manus longa of Russia over the
Mhm.
Western?
Well, I think it's a little foolhardy to predict which of these many problem areas is really going to emerge. It could be something we're not even looking at the moment. But I think all of these are right. We could have military conflict in Korea. We could have it in the South China Sea. We could have it in Eastern Europe. There's a lot of places where geopolitics, I think, is going to, create very dangerous situations.
Just to conclude, given that we are in the GCC, the oil prices, of course, has been very much in the minds of many economists around the world. What is the new normal we need to adapt to, and how are these countries going to deal with that?
Well, I think in the long run, oil prices are not going to recover. They may never recover to the levels that we saw in the 2000s for a number of reasons. Because there's a fracking revolution, there's alternatives that are gaining ground, becoming much more competitive. So I think the whole region is going to have to get used to the idea that there needs to be a more diverse economy, something based not just on oil, but on other forms of economic activity.
I thank you very much for joining
Okay.
us today.
Thank you very much.